Hello, welcome to this yoga practice to feel great. Inspired by Ashtanga yoga, with a combination of the physical benefits releasing endorphins, the mind-body connection from the breathwork, this practice should leave you with a yoga high, feeling great and ready to take on your day. So, if you're ready, let's stand at the front of the mat in mountain pose and let's begin. Pressing down with your feet, engaging the legs, rolling the shoulders up and down, opening the chest. We're going to start to connect to our breath here. So traditionally in Ashtanga practice, you do an ujjayi breath, ocean breath, where you inhale through the nose and you exhale through the nose with a slight constriction in your throat, so it ends up sounding like an ocean wave. A bit like this. While you're standing here, connecting to your breath, you may wish to close your eyes, lightly smile, and think about your practice today. Continuing to feel the rise and fall in your chest as you slowly inhale and exhale through your nose. This slow breathing is going to be your anchor to this practice and something that you can always come back to, and we aim to maintain awareness throughout each pose. By staying connected to your breath, you're staying connected to your body. This enhances the feelings of calmness and the meditation as movement while we go through our practice. One final inhale and exhale, preparing. On your next inhale, arms up overhead, palms together, gentle back bend, and exhaling, forward fold. Softening the knees. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into plank. Lower the knees, lower the chin, lower the chest, and then push through into your cobra before pushing back into your downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, sending the hips up to the sky, heels pressing into the ground, softening the knees to release any tension in the lower back. Your shoulders are pushing away from your ears. Your hands are pressing completely into the mat. That's 5 breaths. Now step to the front, raising your head, and then exhale, forward fold, inhaling all the way up to rise, gentle back bend, and exhale to stand. And let's go again. On your next inhale, arms up overhead, gentle back bend, and then on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting the head. Exhale, planting the hands down and stepping back to plank. So you can do knees, chest, chin again, or you can do the full chaturanga into upward facing dog, floating the knees off the mat, and then exhale into your downward facing dog. 5 breaths again here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Relaxing the neck, chin to chest, or gazing at the belly button or knees. Continuing to press the hands away from you, drawing the hips to the sky. That's 5 breaths. Stepping to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, forward fold. Before you inhale all the way up to rise. Exhale, hands by your side, and prepare. Inhale, gentle back bend, hands overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, head up. Exhale, stepping back into plank. Find your flow, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga to upward facing dog. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your last inhale, stepping to the front of the mat, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to rise, and then exhale, hands down by your side. Preparing now for Sun B. Inhale the arms up overhead, exhaling into your chair pose. Inhale your arms up, exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into plank, find your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, engaging the core, pushing back into your downward facing dog. And then you're going to step your right foot between the hands, heel down of your left foot, toes slightly turned in, warrior 1. Inhale your arms up overhead, palms together, and then exhale your hands to the mat, and then swap. So your left foot comes between your hands, right heel down, right toes turn to the front. Inhale, palms up overhead, exhale, hands to the mat, finding plank, then find your flow, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then exhale to your downward facing dog. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths again. Inhale and exhale through your nose, heels pressing down towards the mat, softening the knees as much as you need, sending your hips to the sky. Palms are fully pressed into the mat, neck is relaxed, lower belly is engaged. 5 breaths. Stepping to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift your head, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees into chair. Exhale, standing at the top of the mat. And we'll go again, inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhale into chair pose, raise the gaze, raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into plank. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, grounding through the left heel, stepping the right foot forward. Inhale, arms up into warrior 1. And then exhale, replacing the hands to the ground, stepping through plank and swapping, grounding through the right heel, stepping the left foot to the front, bent knee. Inhale, your arms up overhead, palms together, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands down to the mat, and then find your flow. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga to upward facing dog, and then exhale to your downward facing dog. 5 breaths again here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, pressing the hands and feet into the mat, engaging your lower stomach. And then looking to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up, exhale into chair, inhaling all the way up to stand. We've got one more Sun B to go. And inhale your arms up overhead, gentle back bend. Exhale, bending the knees, coming into chair. Inhale, arms up, looking at palms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, head up. And exhale, step back into plank, find your flow, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, exhaling to downward facing dog. Grounding through the left heel, stepping that right foot forward. Inhale, palms up, gazing at the thumbs. Exhale, your hands down, stepping through plank. Grounding your right heel, left foot between the hands. Inhale, warrior 1, looking at the palms. Exhale through plank. Find your flow. Knees, chest, chin, full chaturanga to upward facing dog. And exhale again through to your downward facing dog. We're going to do 5 breaths here again. That's 2. Keep breathing. 3. Pressing through the hands. 4. Softening the knees, hips to the sky, 5. Looking at the hands, stepping between the hands. Inhale, head up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees through chair pose. Exhale all the way to stand. Well done. Taking a moment here, maybe swaying side to side, before we're going to come to a wide-legged position, feet parallel, arms out to the side. You're going to turn your right toes to the short edge of the mat and come into triangle pose. So to begin with, you may be having your hand onto the calf, the ankle, or eventually holding your first 2 fingers and thumb around your big toe. Your left hand can come to your hip, or it can extend up to the sky. The neck can look up towards the hand. And then coming back, turn your feet through parallel before you turn your left foot the other way to the short edge of the mat, finding your position, maybe hand on the calf or the big toes, that left arm. And then your right arm reaching to the sky, gaze at the hand if your neck allows, opening up through the chest before coming back, feet into parallel. We are now coming into reverse prayer triangle pose, so turning your right foot to the short edge, either holding onto your elbows or having your hands in reverse prayer behind your back. Inhale, open the chest, and then exhale, forward fold onto your right leg, trying to get your chest in the middle of the leg. Think about belly to thigh, looking at the toes, bending the front knee as much as you need. Inhale to lift, exhale to turn. Inhale, open the chest, exhale with your left foot to the short edge of the mat, folding over that knee, focusing on your breath, bending that front knee to avoid locking it. And then inhale, coming up to stand, and exhale, release. Then you're going to turn to the short edge again, hands to the mat, and then just find your flow. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, exhale to downward facing dog. 5 breaths again here, grounding through the hands and feet, sending the hips to the sky, shoulders away from your ears, neck is relaxed. And then you're going to put your weight into your left foot and then tuck the right foot into the chest before placing it at the front of the mat. Inhale to high crescent and breathe. Grounding through that left heel, coming into warrior 1, sending the hips square with the front of the mat. And then open into warrior 2. Keep connected with that breath, that ocean breath, that gentle flow. Warrior 2, gazes at the front middle finger. Then we're going to transition back through high crescent, bringing the hands to the heart center, and then either several small steps or one big step into your warrior 3 pose, hinging at that right hip, sending your arms away if you'd like, bringing the hands back to the heart center, lowering that left leg, coming down, and then we're going to find our flow through plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale to your downward facing dog. And just take 3 breaths here before we prepare to go again on the other side. Full breaths through the nose, that slow ujjayi breath. Inhale the left leg into the sky, 3-legged dog. Tuck it into the chest before placing it down between the hands, and then inhale your arms up, heart open into high crescent. Inhale, exhale. Grounding through your right heel, warrior 1, sending the hips square to the front of the mat. Heart open, chest lifted. Open into your warrior 2 pose. Your arms are out to the side, shoulders away from your ears, and your drishti gaze is at your left middle finger. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale through high crescent again. Hand through to the heart center. Several small steps or one big step into your warrior three. Hinging at the hips. Softness in your supported leg to avoid locking out. Arms can stretch out in front if you'd like added challenge. Hands back to the heart center, lowering the right foot into high crescent before lowering the hands back down, finding your plank, lowering through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhale into your downward facing dog. 3 intentional ujjayi breaths here. Remember that ocean breath, in and out through the nose. And then stepping to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the head. Exhaling, forward fold, softening the knees. You're just going to open your feet slightly wider here in your forward fold. And we're just going to hang in ragdoll. Maybe you want to hold onto your elbows. And rock gently side to side, bending the knees to avoid any strain in the back. Hands down, inhale, head and heart lift. Soften the knees, hands on the hips, and coming all the way up to stand. Okay, we are now going to make our way down to the floor. So sitting on your bottom with your legs stretched out in front of you, we're going to come into Dandasana pose. This is a very active seated position. Your feet are together, legs, thighs engaged, feet are flexed, hands are pushing down into the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then we're going to forward fold over our legs. So whether your hands reach to your thighs, your calves, or your feet, try to keep the heart open, and then exhale, forward fold. Think about trying to get your belly to your thighs, and remember to breathe. Inhale, lift the head and the heart. And now we're going to come into boat pose. So bending the knees, placing your hands under the knees, tilt back and bring your knees out bent. You can keep your hand holding onto your thighs, or you can let go. If you'd like to come into the full boat pose, extend your legs out in front and breathe in and out through the nose. And then from here, you might need a bit more space behind you. Coming back into boat pose, we're going to slowly lower all the way down, controlling as we get almost flat onto the ground, keeping the head and feet lifted into low boat. For an extra breath, in and exhale, relax. Have a nice long stretch, maybe hug the knees into the chest. Rock gently from side to side. Thanking yourself for the lovely practice that we've done today. Bringing your feet and knees into tabletop, arms extended into a T shape. We're just going to control using our abs, sending our knees down to your right, and your gaze is gently turned to the left, feeling a lovely twist in the back. Remembering to breathe, staying connected with our breath. On your next inhale, engage the core and bring the knees back up to the center. And then exhaling, controlling them, lowering down to your left side. Gaze looking at the right. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling this releasing and nourishing twist in the spine. On your next inhale, engaging the core and lifting the legs back into tabletop. Hugging the knees into the chest, rocking side to side. Having one final stretch long, squeeze everything before you release and sink into your final relaxation pose. We're going to stay here for a minute or so, so make sure that you're nice and relaxed. Traditional corpse pose, your legs are open slightly, feet rolled out, arms out by the side body, palms to the sky. And connect here with your breath again, feeling that nourishing ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe you can notice the rise and fall of your chest. Maybe you can feel the positive effects of the exercise that you've just done. And thank yourself for showing up today and joining me with this lovely practice to make us feel great. Your body will thank you for the time that you've taken today to take deep breaths and to be present with yourself. Taking a few more intentional breaths here, nice and deep, continuing to inhale and exhale through the nose. Taking one big inhale and then exhaling with an open mouth sigh. Starting to bring some movement now to your fingers and toes. Maybe stretch long on the mat and then hug the knees into the chest, rocking until you turn to one side. On your next inhale, if you can keep your eyes closed, if they're closed, coming up to a comfortable seated position. Here you're going to roll your shoulders up to the ears and down to the back, hands meeting the mat by the side of your hips. And then you're going to inhale your arms up overhead into prayer and exhale, bring them down to the heart center. 2 more. Inhaling your arms up overhead to the palms together and then exhaling your hands to the heart center. 1 final nourishing inhale, your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring your palms to the heart center. Gently bringing your hands to your third eye, bow, thanking yourself for the practice, blinking your eyes open. Thank you for being here with me during this practice, and I hope, as it has done for me, it has helped you to feel great, and you can take this feeling with you for the rest of your day. Until next time, take care.